Hello, Mr. Eric, Mr. Ryan, are you right? Okay, so let's talk about the largest unique number today. Very easy, simple questions. Largest unique number. What's unique?
Different to the others.
That's right, unique. Okay, so
One
let's
of
say.
each.
Okay, 2, 2, 1, 4, minus 1. What's the largest unique number?
4.
Okay, how about if I put another 4 here? What's the largest unique number?
1.
Okay, if I. Sorry?
1.
1. Okay, if I put another 1, what's the largest?
Minus 1.
Okay, let's change it to minus 7. Minus 7, yeah?
What if all of them are? What if they're like 4, 4, 4?
Now we don't have unique numbers, right? 2, 2, 1, 1, minus 7, 4, 4. In this case, we return minus 1, okay? Easy, okay?
Oh.
Okay. Any idea, Ryan?
All you have to do is use counter.
Counter, well done, exactly. Counter is basically like a hash table to store the frequencies for each element, yeah? So if we do this counter thing, define, okay, so largest unique number, LUN, okay, numbers, easy. So we do C equals counter. So once we do these numbers, counters, yeah, so what does it give us? It gives us a key dictionary, key value. So for example, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, okay, if these numbers is here, is this one, okay, then if we do this counter C equals counter numbers, what do we have? The C is actually a dictionary. So 2 appears 2 times, 1 appears 2 times, 3 appears 1 time, okay? Yeah? So these are the keys. These are the values. And values are the frequency. Okay, C dot keys returns 2, 1, 3. C dot values return 2, 2, 1. C dot items return an array of tuples. Tuple or tuple? Tuple, yeah? Is it tuple or tuple? C dot items. Tuples is basically an array of leads. 2, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1. Okay? So we use the C dot equal. In this case, the C stores the frequency and the frequency for each unique numbers. Then we just have to check if it's unique and then we get the maximum. Okay, let's do this. Answer equal, at the beginning we set it to default minus 1 if we can't find it. Okay, then we go through these keys. Yeah, for key, Ryan, 2 more, key value in C dot items. Yeah, we talk about C dot item here. Okay, so the key K is the number, V is the how many times they appear. Now we can say if V equal 1. If V equal 1, what happens? What does it mean? If the frequency appear only 1 time, what does it mean? What's it mean?
Then it's
If it appears only 1 time, what happens?
Then it's not. Then it's a unique number.
Exactly. If it's 1, frequency appear only 1 times, and also the key, this number is bigger than the answer, yeah? Then we can say answer equals key, okay? And then return answer, easy. Okay, yeah? So the time complexity, hash table, ON, going through these items, ON. Please, we can change this 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines into 1 line, okay? Return maximum what? Maximum. Okay, K. Okay, we return this is list or tuple, it doesn't matter. K. We want to return the maximum key for K V in C dot items if V equal 1. Okay. Now we use this, or we can use the list or tuple, it doesn't matter. And we have to give a default. Ryan, default equals minus 1. So the second parameter, look, default equals minus 1. For
Eric, not me.
okay.
That's so funny.
Okay. For the maximum, what did I say? Come on. The maximum function. Second parameter, we can supply a parameter default equals minus 1. What does it mean? It means that if a list is empty, we can't find the maximum, and then we should give the minus 1. So it's basically this, the same as this. Yeah, answer equals 1. If we can't find anything, equals 1, right? So then we return, okay? So, yeah, Look, if we can't find the unique number, this answer will never be updated, right? So you will return the -1 here, okay? So let's default. Default means that if okay, so let's go back to this, okay? If the list is empty, I want to get the maximum value of a list, yeah, of a number, right? You can always get the maximum. There is always a maximum value for a list, am I right?
Yeah.
Unless the list is empty. Yeah? If you haven't, okay, so put it this way. If I haven't given you numbers, what's the maximum value?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, default equals -1. Is -1. That's what it comes from in. Okay? Okay. The second way is that how about if we can solve this number? If we solve the number, what happens? Look, if it is 22113, if we solve the number, what do we have? If we solve the number, what do we have? So we sort it, yeah? We can sort it. So we can sort it. Nums dot sort. If we sort it, that will become, the nums will become 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay? Yeah? Different numbers, if we sort it. What's the time complexity if we sort a list? What's the time complexity? If there are n numbers.
I need a new plaster.
Sorry?
I need a new
Okay.
plaster.
What's the time complexity to sort a list of the numbers?
Oh, I know that.
Way down if there are n numbers. Okay, so now if we sort it, then we can use the GroupBy. Okay, so if we use the GroupBy, then will be the adjacent, the same values will be grouped together, and then we can check. We can do this the same. Okay, so nums dot sort. Okay, nums dot sort, and then we can do this. Return is quite similar. Max k for k v in GroupBy. GroupBy what? GroupBy nums. Yeah. Okay. We can sort it in advance, or we can put if we don't sort it here, we can do this sorted nums here. The iterator sorted is the same. Sorted nums. Okay. Sorted nums GroupBy. If length the v, this is the iterator to the list, then we can length list v equal 1, okay? And then default equals -1. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, so it's quite similar. Yeah, max, I want to get the key. Key is the numbers, and for v, v is the groups of this of the similar values, the same values. Okay, and then it's the iterator. We have to convert it to the list, and we check the length. If it's 1, it means that it's a unique number, right? If it's 1, it means the default the same. If we don't specify the default, and if we can't find what happens if we don't specify the default? If there are no unique numbers, so this the first parameter, the list will be empty, and then we're trying to get this maximum value of the empty value, and the computer will scream because it doesn't know. It doesn't find, it can't find a maximum value if you don't give it anything, right? And it will scream. That's why we put the default equals -1. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah, got it? Okay, so the third method, the last one. Okay, so if we say these numbers are between 0 to 1001. Okay, so if these values are between 0 to 1000, what happened? What can we do? If these values are between 0 to 1000. Ryan, are you okay?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that if the values are between 0 to 1000, yeah?
Gently just sit it right in front of it.
Okay.
On the little tray.
Okay.
In front
Okay,
of
by the way, when we are aware, we talk about the second method, yeah, which is using the GroupBy. GroupBy, yeah, we sort the numbers over and again, and then if the numbers similar value, the same values are together, we can group them, right? Yeah, we can group them, right? Yeah, group them, and then we can count it. Look, this is quite the same. Yeah, sort it. All nums not sort. The third method is if okay, let's say if these numbers are between 0 to 1000, then we can count in a bucket. What does it mean? We have 1001 bucket, and then we can count each bucket, right? Okay, so look, remember these numbers are between 0 to 1000. Okay, then how do we do it? Look, easy. If these numbers are between 0 to 1,000. The second method using GroupBy, the time complexity is O log n because the sorting, sorting takes place. It's dominating the algorithm. Okay. So now let's talk about this. Look, we can say this bucket, bucket B equals at the beginning is 0 times 1,001. We have 1,001 bucket, and then we can do this for I in numbers. And then we can say bi plus equals 1, right? So we count, we update the bucket, okay, right? Okay, now we update the bucket, then easy. Because we only have 1,001 buckets, so we go for I in range, we start from 1,000 up to the -1. We start from 1,000, we decrement to -1, we up to 0, okay? Beyond 1 minus 1 is 1 beyond 0. Okay, so this is basically the same as I is from decrementing from 1,000 decrementing to 0. Okay, now we can say if this bucket equal 1, then it's unique number. We can just return I, you see, and then otherwise return -1. Okay, look at this. What's the time complexity? O(n) way down. This bit O(n) and n numbers, But this bit, the time complexity for this one is O(1) for this bit. Why is that? Because this iteration, this for loop, executed 1,001 times at most. So it's fixed. When it's fixed, then it's constant. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. Any questions? How many methods do we have to talk about so far?
Counter.
Counter, first one. Second one.
I forgot.
Sorting, sorting and GroupBy, second one. The third one, bucket. We put it in, if these numbers are, look, the third method is not very genetic, general, generalized. It's not general because we have to restrict the numbers to be between a range 0 to 1,000. Okay, now we count it. We have 1,001 buckets. For each bucket, we count how many numbers are lying, are placed under each bucket, and then we go through. Because we're looking for the largest, so we can start from the 1,000 bucket, the 1,000, the last bucket, and then counting backwards, and then we check if that bucket contains only one number, then that means that this is the largest unique number, then we return I. Okay, the time complexity is O(n). Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye. Bye bye.